ready?
Yes!
Did you get your passport though?
Introducing a brand new companion for LARPers across the world, the LARP Passport. LARP Passport is a mini journal made to document your LARP adventures. Immortalize your beloved characters, relive memorable moments, collect keepsakes, gift custom stickers, and reflect on your experiences, preserving the magic of your journey long after the final scene fades. Crafted by enthusiastic LARPers, this pocket-sized journal was made to be a faithful companion for capturing your greatest LARP adventures and remembering all the friends you made along the way. Inside each passport, you can find 15 full-spread journal entries to record the details of your event, your character, game summary, emotional ups and downs, key takeaways, and highlights you want to remember. Track up to 20 LARPs at a glance with LARP Log, and have fun with custom templates like LARP Bucket List, Hall of Fame, LARP Bingo, and more. LARP Passport has been designed as a post-LARP ritual for personal reflection. Use the prompts provided to jot down your thoughts, feelings, and insights. Whether you're new to LARP or a veteran, this journal is made for you. The LARP Passport's compact size, just like a real passport, makes it easy to carry with you. Slip it into your pocket and you're ready to share it with your friends wherever your adventures take you. Every page tells a tale, and every memory becomes a treasure. Celebrate the stories, characters, and bonds that make LARPing truly magical.
Join us on the journey and start your LARP Passport today.
We're
Hello.
back!
Hello.
Hello everyone!
Hello.
We are live again. And we started with our video, our promotional video, in case you forgot what LARP Passport is. So I guess, bless you, Manu. I guess if that happened, now you no longer have to worry. We do have something special today. We have a guest. We have a very special guest. And that is extremely special because for some of us, this guy has been an introduction to what LARPing is in general. Should we bring him in?
Yes, for sure.
Oh.
I wonder who is it, or should we call him like Santa?
Yeah. Maybe that's how we should, or like Beetlejuice. I don't know. Anyway, without further ado, a very, very warm if I can speak, a very warm welcome to Sławik, our good friend Sławik.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you hear me?
Yes,
we
can hear you.
We can.
Yeah.
Welcome, Sławik. Marcin Słowikowski, otherwise known as Sławik because the rest would be difficult to pronounce outside of Poland.
Yeah, it stands in my LARP passport that it's Slavic.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, everybody has a LARP passport, right?
Yes.
Because that's what we're here for. So you're very welcome, Sławik. Somebody should introduce him a bit better. Who would do that?
If I may take the honor, this is Sławik, LARPer extraordinaire, person who, unironically, once I made once I made a story with him from a LARP that he was hosting for us, and a person that I knew from like normal day in Poland responded, "Oh my God, you have the LARP God of Poland." I was like, well, "Okay, I didn't. This is my first LARP. I didn't know Słowik was like the biggest thing in Poland apparently."
I'm
But
trying
yeah,
to lose some weight, but yeah.
person introduced me to LARP as well. A great trainer, not only for LARPs, and one of the founding members of LARP Venture, which I think he will be more than willing to tell us more about. Yes, this thing.
All right.
How are you
So,
feeling, mate?
Thanks for the introduction. Unfortunately, not a god. That would be awesome to be, but I am being one at LARPs sometimes. Thanks to be here. It's great, and I'm really looking forward to our talk. I'm really fond of the idea coming to life of the LARP Passport. I still remember the first draft made with the pencil during the training, and it was so nice to see and touch it, and it's so well made. I hope at some point everybody will have one to write down their LARP memories.
at the very least, people who play LARPs.
Yes, at the very least. Yes.
But the goal is that everybody is playing LARP at some
Yes.
point, right?
Yeah, maybe the LARP Passport would be an introduction to LARPing for some people.
Mhm.
Can you imagine the
Oh my
situation
God.
when we don't use the normal passports anymore, but just LARP passports?
Yeah, because borders around the world will not be a thing except in imagination. Wow.
Mhm. It's nice to dream.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think for many of us, Słowik introduced us to LARP because we're all talking about, oh, you know, that nightclub chamber LARP that we all first did. Yes. And maybe I'm not sure if you were tuning in last time, but we started at the very end of the live stream to do a bit of storytelling, and only to realize actually how much fun that was to hear. Because in LARPing, often you have a very rich experience, but we're all having our own experience, and you wonder how it went. And you may have gone through the same plot, but had a completely different experience. And of course, there's even more layers for you as an organizer or playing NPC. And and so today we're doing really a storytelling-driven live stream. And
Perfect.
for that, I will introduce this deck that I kind of created last time. I'll share screen, and I think that would be a nice. Imagine it that we're sitting by the bonfire, each having our cup of beverage, and it's very open-ended, guided by, let's say, whatever inspiration or memories that would surface. Is my screen already being shared?
Not yet, but it shall.
Okay.
Where are we? Here. Is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, last time we had we started a few, and I think this time we're gonna start afresh. I feel like Słowik as our guest maybe should just kick it off by picking one of the 6 that piques your curiosity. And if you pick a number, I will go to the corresponding page that has some invitation prompts.
I really like the goose.
Yes, last time we really wanted to get to that, but we didn't. So very nice choice. So we're gonna go from let's share some humor first. Yeah, so the idea is you just take a moment, maybe I'll read them out loud, and
For sure.
whoever, it's like a popcorn style, whoever would like just share and read the prompt out loud before you share. Okay, so a moment that completely broke character in the best way was when A prop or costume fail that somehow worked was the funniest in-character misunderstanding I witnessed was.
Oh, if I may, we were playtesting in the last LARP album. We were playtesting a LARP created by a friend of all of us, I think, Jana. And it's supposed to be a LARP, a chamber LARP with 5 people and no GM. Like the GM just stands outside and gives the initial instruction, maybe help make the character interactions, and then just completely disappears. And you have cards that basically tell you, oh, at this point when you hear the ding, open the next card, and you know what to do in game. Concept is one of the players is possessed, and the cards are telling you what's happening. Well, in that time, the person with the card had the order mixed up, and he knew from the beginning that he was the person possessed, but also 2 different people, when they read the paper, continued playing normally. One of you is going to be possessed, and this is the mechanic for.
Oh, and he's becoming possessed.
Speaking of the devil,
That was a moment where Manu completely broke character.
Yes.
Very literally.
This is what happens when you say the word too many
He's
times.
back. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yes. Yeah, and we really didn't know how to finish because it had to be cut short, unfortunately.
are you seriously just gonna ignore what just happened, like the possessive part?
No. You invoke ghosts. This is the consequences. You accept and you move on. This is totally normal.
I just commented that you literally broke character.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Shall I continue? Well, there is a Swedish LARP that we with Anya like to attend every year, and in this LARP I play very rough, a very how to say lawful good character. It's a priestess and paladin as well. And the thing is that she's going around preaching, being very serious about the religion, trying to convert as many people. And one of the day, I'm just going back to the merchant. It's a merchant stand, like in medieval LARPs you have it. And there was a local beggar who is played by one of the Polish LARPers. And this is a local beggar from this village. Is completely, is blind. So it's a person. Yes, and he's already breaking in this character. So this character is blind, but the player is not.
Okay,
And
I know where
imagine-
she's going.
Yes, and imagine this cheeky blind beggar going also by the merchant, standing here with me. I see him. He doesn't see me. He doesn't know that I'm here. I just came, came by the stand. So the thing is that he does somehow he feels that there is someone standing in front of him, and he gets his hand to forward, and he touched my breastplate. Because I'm a paladin, I'm wearing a breastplate as a part of my protection. And by saying nothing, he just guessed, "Is it you, paladin?" Just by touching my breastplate. At this moment, I couldn't hold it because, I'm supposed to play a very serious character and didn't know how to even react. It was in-game and I didn't know how to react by this, supposed blind beggar touching me and revealing the truth. It was just very, very funny, but also the way how he guessed it by the shape of the breastplate that I wore.
Yes.
Yes, it was very funny. Yeah.
Wow.
So I think were you a witness or were you just
No, I just heard this story multiple times, and maybe I was looking it from afar, or maybe just my mind made up the scene. But it's just I know both people, you and the other player, and oh my god, the scene must have been amazing.
Very, very funny.
It's a very visual story.
Yes.
From me, a very recent situation. A few days ago, I was playing the Creeping Night, so a horror story LARP about fears set in the dark, gritty Witcher world. But the horror cannot be there all the time. Sometimes you need to lift the mood a bit. And I don't think it was intended by one of my co-players, my good friend Anna, who was playing the peasant girl from the village, and the Order of the Red Rose, so a very strict religious convention, was running the ceremony, and they were trying to push people to take part in it. And she came in and was asking, is it true that everybody who will pray, they will get a beer? And somebody was like, yeah, of course, we can do that for you. And she was like, okay, cool. And then we are all kneeling down, and they are trying to, I don't know, read some sentences that everybody needs to repeat. Basically, the best concept of making a ritual. So somebody is leading it, they are reading or saying the lines, and then everybody repeats. But there is this one person that doesn't repeat like normally in the normal voice. So when they are saying, let the flame cleanse you, and you hear this, let the flame cleanse you. And I don't know, lights the way and lights the way. And she was doing it after every line, and I was crying from laughter. And we are trying to be like very focused, and saying that, oh, you're praising the holy flame, and holy flame. It was really hard to stay in character. I think everybody was crying, and the worst part was for the priest, of course, because they needed to have straight face, and it was also crushing.
Was it trying to do the ghost voice, like ooh?
No, this like very devoted old lady from the church. That is like praying too hard because she's not sure that everybody will hear her.
Can I ask also, from like the organizer perspective, how much tougher is the pressure? Oh, this is very funny, I cannot stop from laughing, but I must not break character because like all these players are paying to be in this LARP that I'm running for them.
Well, as an organizer, you're not playing a character, so it's easier because you can leave at every stage of the way. I think it's worse for the NPCs, especially when you have this character that shouldn't, crack. And I've played many of those sociopaths, psychopaths, all the range. And I had this moment when I was like really, really thrown off. It was at Witcher School. I was playing the strict master and mutagenist, this no emotion person. And at one episode, there was this scene when one of the sorceresses changed into the owl and couldn't turn back. So there was this whole ritual to bring her back to her physical human body and everything. So the next day when she turned back, she had this lessons of etiquettes and so on and so on. I was thinking I will make a little joke, and I took some sunflower seeds in my pocket. I joined the lesson, and like she was like doing everything, telling how etiquette is important, and I was like having this sunflower seeds, and I was like picking them one by one and eating them with like very blatant face. And at some point, she was like, asked me, do I want to offend her or something like that? And I've asked, is she hungry? And she did something I didn't expect. That was marvelous, but it broke me. So instead of responding to me, she made this very fast movement of picking one of the sunflowers from my hand. That was it.
Like she was
with a beak. Yeah, that was it. Like the whole scene was The whole scene was perfect.
Aren't owls carnivore?
I think they're
No.
omnivore anywhere.
They do eat
They,
mice.
they eat, insects also, right?
Yeah, I don't think. Do they eat seeds at all? They're just
They
eat
might try it.
living things, right? So it would have been more realistic if she would eat your hand or something.
That was the point.
Let's be glad that.
Wait. Did you say it will be more realistic if somebody ate my hand?
Yeah.
I mean, it would definitely be realistic for you. I mean, for playing a carnivore.
But what
Well-
are real?
Thanks God for safety mechanics,
Yeah.
Antonis.
Oh yeah. Maybe we should introduce those for newbies in the audience. I don't know. I don't know how lucky, how possible it is that we actually have newbies in this stream. Since in order to find it, you need to either be aware of LARP Passport or search for LARP things in general. But anyway,
Maybe you're a big fan of passports in general and LARP.
maybe you're. Maybe all you do is go to YouTube and search for passport, and there's there's a
Yes,
live stream of
Passport
a
Bros.
passport.
Well,
Maybe someone from European Union is looking at us, because we are
Oh.
mentioning a passport.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Trying
in
to avoid-
Poland, don't make fun, because in Poland there was this huge thing. One of the TV stations called Polsat had this big promo action of Passport of Polsat, and right now it's a meme because at some point in the 90s everybody had in their home a Passport of Polsat. So maybe that's a niche you should attack.
Polsat people that are having like rose tinted memories of the event, whether it's nostalgic of the.
I don't think it's nostalgia anymore. I think it's younger people making fun of it right now online.
Can I ask you about the owl? Did you have an actual owl?
Yes.
Which kind of owl was it? Was it like a north owl or like a presumably someone's pet, right?
That was this big owl that has feathers that look like ears.
Oh.
Ooh,
Like the huge one.
yeah. Was it someone's pet?
No, I think it was a trained owl that is doing this kind of stuff. Maybe not at
Larping.
LARPs, but other fairs and things like that. But it was like that,
Yeah.
and that was something that was making all the people ooh and ah when they saw an owl, especially that owl could do something on command because it was trained.
Wow.
Wow, that's very how to say immersive. I presume especially if you know that there's like a sorcerers that turn into this owl. Yeah.
I know a certain LARPer and LARP designer who is an avid bird enthusiast. Maybe we will receive a comment anytime now. Oh, there you go. Oh, I predicted the future. There you go. So I'm displaying the message that we got on YouTube. So somebody is watching indeed.
Wow.
Would the LARP owl be interested in a passport, or is this more of a We're trying to find the niche, okay? It's
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know if they have the security check when they fly by the borders.
Yeah.
No. Animals
The
do
fly
have
over.
passports, right?
That's true.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're supposed to get one for passport control
Yes.
normally.
We should
They-
invite.
they- yeah, for vaccination.
invite it
to
as a
ensure-
guest.
it makes sense if you think about it.
Okay.
No. But I didn't ask if you take a pet with you, but if the owl flies.
Oh yeah, because if you're
Doesn't
going by plane, I guess a bird can also follow behind. In which case, they would not need a passport. We
Do they
may
need a
digress
ticket,
from the
though?
topic.
This can go wrong in so many ways.
Let's try it at home.
Yeah.
But I did remember one more funny mishap that happened to me. If we're still on the same question. I think it was November, right? We organized Pirate LARP in Slovenia, Tales of Area. And I'm one of the organizers. Valentina is as well, but I was also NPCing different characters. And one of the main characters was also this pirate that came back after years of presumably
Captain.
being dead.
Yeah.
Yes, very notorious. So I was playing this character and I was creating a tournament. It was a part of making the player experience interesting. So there was this tournament, and that was a side point because the point here is that someone decided from the players that they want to start collecting
wages, like
wages. Yes. So people started placing it, and we made this really immersive paper money for the game. So, the tournament goes on. Every round, I give them a few minutes, so they can collect the wagers and everything. We have musicians in the back, and it's beautiful. And somewhere, like nearing the end, I just hear from the guy who was collecting the wages, and oh my God, there are different types of money. So it turns out that he was probably giving back golden coins instead of silver or bronze. And I just couldn't hold it. I just turned, to the side, and I just left it out because we marked it. We told them before the game. We did everything. But I love it. I loved it. And afterwards I asked him, like, if that was planned or was it an actual mishap, and he was like, no, I had no clue. But yeah, that made the first that it made my LARP.
I think I waged like 2 gold money and then received 1 silver, and I'm like, oh, okay,
how
whatever.
does this work?
At the end of the tournament, it was it was funny.
Nice.
I had this really funny moment. It's good it was a comedy LARP. There was this LARP about LARPers. So our friends were reminiscing the old times of LARPing from the 90s, when people were hitting themselves with the sticks in the forest. And Dogma 99 was really huge in the Nordics. Not everyone in Poland knew that they should LARP differently. So that was also a character there. And the idea behind it was that the group of fantasy enthusiasts was organizing their first LARP in their fantasy club. And we got our characters, and the characters got the characters in the LARP in the LARP. And because it was a comedy, the number of characters for the characters was less than the characters. And because I was, so cool kid sitting in the back of the school bus, I was like, I won't be standing in the line for my character. I will wait. They will give me the best character because I'm the best player, of course. And when they found out that, okay, there is no character for everyone, there was this moment of, oh no, but we need to give the character that character. And they gave me something. And it was like 20 pages long character sheet. And the LARP starts in 15 minutes in the LARP. So I was like, okay, I'm cool. I don't need to read the character sheet. Let's go with the flow. I will just check the name, and I know this is my, beloved son or something like that. This is my biggest enemy. That's it. I don't need to read 20 pages. And we are playing the LARP in the LARP that somebody was killed. And we are, of course, looking for somebody who killed that person. And I'm very, devoted to finding it out. But the game master, the character that was playing the game master at some point comes to my character and was like, but you did it. And I was like, what? It said in your character sheet, like on the page 17. And I was like, oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. It's good that this mishap was to add to the comedy of the LARP, but otherwise it would be a tragedy.
Yeah, that's
but that sounds so meta.
Yes, but it's
God.
LARPing within the LARP as a LARP character who is LARPing. I
love it.
Yeah.
How many times did you have to do roll?
I didn't. at the point when somebody was starting to throw the pine cones at people and shouting fireball, 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 because apparently that was a mechanic in the 90s. And then because my character was killed off, I need to be a really scary dragon or something like that. So I was like walking like that and I was like, oh, I'm a big scary dragon. Of course, for the comedy purposes. I just needed to, breathe after that LARP to stop shaking from laughter.
Bringing to you
Sounds
a
like a
revolutionary
great time.
de-rolling technique, breathing.
No, playing a dragon.
That helps, actually.
To breathe, yeah. I've heard of people who forgot breathing and it didn't go well.
Mm-hmm.
Would that actually work? Instead of de-rolling, you just re-roll as a different roll completely.
Haha.
No, unironically.
Yeah, I think you're very much influenced by RPG, as am I. But yeah.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Inception.
Yeah. In D&D, it's a common thing. If you play a long campaign, that your character dies, you roll a new character. Why would you, not play a new character? But it's less embodying a character as it happens in LARP, and it's more like, you do have you decide what happens with the actions of the character, but you're not the character like you are in LARPing. That's a very significant difference, which I think would affect your capacity to re-roll the character. No comments?
Reroll.
Okay,
Reroll, yeah.
I should re-roll my reaction now. Wait, I have one.
Speaking about de-rolling, LARP Passport also can help you with that. Because it's product placement.
I'm gonna do product placement.
Yeah.
What page?
Yes.
3 or 4.
Which one? Which part of it?
Oh,
Oh, the
wait,
LARP spread,
no,
you mean?
Yeah, the LARP spread. Yeah. Yes, I didn't. The thing is with the LARP Passport, you can put your memories down, and it can help you to roll. Also, wait, you can get your fails checklist as well, or LARP bingo, which is full of funny mishaps that also can happen to you during LARP or like after LARP or before LARP. It happens to a lot of us.
Oh god, I just read one of the fails. Yes. Oh my god, been there, done that a few times.
Based on our true stories and the stories of many LARPers that came before us.
So speaking of going and coming of LARPers before us, we actually have to soon say goodbye because we have a conference we are attending and presenting LARP there today.
LARP Passport as well.
Bring your LARP passport.
Yes, of course. So, but let's use the final few minutes. But it's been lovely, and hugs to all of you.
Yes. Carry on the good work of product placement around the world.
Yeah. We're gonna stick for like 5 minutes more, and then
Will you be having them on a portal?
Yes.
First, we need to.
That's a good question for the team that's organizing the portal this year, right?
I wonder who those people are.
Yeah, do we know these people?
Come to Slovenia if you're there.
I think we know the organizers.
Yes. No, but yes, definitely LARP passports will be also visible or even maybe available. We'll see on the Portal LARP convention. That's gonna be sometime in September in Slovenia, organized by us
At
people.
the end, yes. We are right now currently working on the venue. So if you have any ideas, just get to us about the venue. Yes,
so they definitely know the venue in Slovenia.
No, I mean I'm talking to the viewers.
To the void.
To the void, exactly. If someone knows someone in Slovenia who can rent a big.
What are you doing?
Product placement. I have no clue.
Antonio, we're trying to find a niche, okay? We're in the real estate property managers that are looking for a LARP passport.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh my god. That's if we find that niche, I mean
Is it always that funny at this lounge?
Yeah, so it seems to be.
Nice.
There's a lot of unexpected. Meanwhile, Jennifer's just waiting there.
Dying inside slowly.
It's definitely a community storytelling live stream.
Yes.
So, what should we tackle before the Wanderers duo leaves us?
I think we should just do LARP Passport because they were on the topic. So
Oh,
no,
that's a niche.
and maybe they should do some sharing before.
Yes, they shall.
Yes.
Ooh. I mean, the most comedic LARPs we kind of went through this. But for me, it was Gimlet. Yes.
Comedic.
Yeah, I mean, there were like super, a lot of
Please give some context to
Yeah,
people.
yes,
character,
please.
Yes. So this is, as I said, like LARP that we annually visit together with Anya and also sometimes co-organize. Last few years, we've been part of the organization team. And there are a lot of things happening in this LARP, also because there are a lot of children. Like literally, like imagine this is a LARP in Sweden. So there are many like Swedish LARPers with their kids.
Like LARP families.
Yeah. Very nice t-shirts, like.
What was the t-shirt? I didn't see it. Oh no!
Can
Smaller.
you show it again, Tanya?
Oh, look at this evil
Ah.
hand rub. Oh my god, okay. Yes!
Yes.
LARP story of my life. Aw.
So
That's a lovely shirt.
yes.
Okay.
Imagine like bunch of kids like from the age of I think like 5 or 6 till like to like 12, 13, 14 just running around like in the Swedish wilderness all alongside many international LARPers, and of course there are many instances where they're just like they're so funny. Like one of the instances were about the group of youngsters who were just like running from one camp to another and stealing
Everything.
And you know what's the fun part? When they stole everything, they went from one camp to another trying to sell all the stolen goods, obviously from their camps.
Oh,
You know.
in
It was
in
so
that
funny.
LARP, I was playing the rector of the academy, and there are white and black magic stones spread around randomly. I have a
Yep.
child come over, full of like things on his shirt. He's like, "Oh, black and white stones are magical, right?" I'm like, "Yes. Do you have any? I can trade you some money for them, maybe." And he gives me a bunch of Go pieces. The black and white, vaguely spherical pieces for the chess-like game.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a clan that had the board for it, and they just went and took all the pieces while they were out in lunch, and they brought the pieces. I found stones. Also, another child in that LARP told me about the plans they have to burn down their school,
Okay. But
like a step-by-step process.
oy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now that
Wow.
I think of it, I would definitely agree. This is one of the there are so many comedic highlights from this Gimlet LARP.
Yeah.
I remember still the story of our dear friends. I think it was Bibi or even also Ezra, multiple people, I think, at that point. It's in Swedish wilderness, and it's also in a forest. And that forest, in some places, it has a
The swamp.
Swampy
areas. Yes.
It's not too deep. It's just a
swamp.
swamp. And anyhow, but this was like deeper in the forest, and I heard quite a few stories over there.
Sorry, how do you know the swamp is not deep? Have you measured it? Have you been in it?
Because I could afterwards measure it on my friend.
I heard about these children, so maybe you just.
Depth is
there-
relative.
There are a few instances where people have nearly lost their shoe or came back, fully
Orchid.
drenched from the forest. But to be fair, those places are always marked as adventure place. So you go there
To have adventures.
expecting things to go south. But it's fun. It was all in game and everything. And another really cool thing that happened to me. I think the memory will stay with me forever. I play a character there that let's say she had a very diverse ups and downs, a roller coaster of her royal
She's also a queen.
journey. She was a queen at that point. Let's just say it like that. And everybody went to the fight. and especially the Vikings, which was a nearby camp. And I was just sitting on my throne there, finally having a few moments of peace to myself. And all of a sudden, there is this tiny child. I think she was like 5 years old or something. And she's like fully in English. This is a Swedish kid. And she's like fully in English. My queen, may I approach? And I'm like impressed by the sheer, thinking of that child. Yes, of course you can. And so she pitched me that she basically asked me, would you pay us if we get you your flag back? Because in this LARP, it used to be that every camp had a flag and other camps can steal it. And this is sort of like a declaration of war, to make conflicts and stuff. And our was indeed stolen. So I'm like, yes, of course. Of course I'm going to pay you for the good work you do if you bring me the flag. So fast forward 5 minutes later, I know that Vikings were the one who stole this flag. So there is like 3 different girls, all like 5 years old, or even maybe 4 or whatever. Doesn't matter, but they come back carrying the most ginormous pole with a flag on it that I've ever seen a child carry.
The heroes of the day.
Like, it was literally like 4 kids carrying like 3-meter long pole that was a thick wooden pole with a flag on it. And they managed to sneak it out from Vikings. I'm like, you know what? My soldiers couldn't do it. You could. You get the money.
Very
Nordic children are very capable, it seems.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they've been LARPing from like 0.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Zero.
But yeah.
Anyway, it's just really
it's
nice
the time.
to, yes.
Okay.
Back, we need our ship.
It's sailing.
Oh, yes.
The ship has sailed.
It was very nice to hear from you, especially from you, Slovik.
Bye, Captain.
like-
Speaking of Captain, we have stories with Slovakian captains and these 2 people.
Oh my God. And buttons. So many buttons.
And buttons. So many buttons.
Yes.
But Bobby, thank you for responding to the invite. It's lovely to having you here, and can't wait to see you in real life again.
Thank you for the invitation, of course, and maybe we will see at Portal, if not sooner, at other
Hopefully.
instances.
Yeah. Speaking of sooner, it would be a good time now, since we have Sobik, to talk about. We're talking about LARP adventures or LARP ventures. So maybe it makes sense for Sobik to talk about LARP venture.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to hear?
What is it? Tell us more about it. And goodbye, Valentina and Lotte. We'll talk to you
Bye-bye.
soon, I guess.
Jenny,
While
wanted
talking
to
about
add,
it.
Jenny wanted to add something to the previous topic.
Oh no, I just was waving them goodbye. And now there's the screen. Yes, also.
Too late.
So LARP Venture is a group of people that want to run LARPs, run to LARPs that are bigger, better, fancier, more professional. And we want also to make it a living. So in the bright future that will maybe supposedly come, people who organize LARPs and design LARPs will be treated as other people who do things and be paid respectively with money. We will see. Right now we are in our second year.
Not in-game currency.
Yes. Right now we are in our second year of running this LARP venture of ours. We are doing some LARPs in Polish for Polish audience. We are doing some LARPs in English for international audience. I think the 2 titles that will come in the nearest future are 4th of July that you can see here, Polish and international run, and Polish run of Wheels of Pontar. We didn't make it with the English version. We didn't have enough players, but there is a possibility to join the Polish run of this LARP for English-speaking groups. There will be 2 of them. The English language will be in-game a foreign language for the people from the community. So we will have the delegation from Toussaint. If you know the Witcher setting, those are these fancy people who drink wine and have a lot of money. and refugees from countries that were taken by Nilfgaard. And my neighbors are drilling walls.
The joys of live streaming. Um, I'm actually making my way through the first book in the series currently. It was grave disservice that I didn't do it while I was in Poland. But yeah, sounds really exciting. Is this? Are you like trying to implement the two different groups of speaking two different languages, like people in our world, for example, and different delegations from different countries would be speaking different languages like that as well?
No, there will be English and Polish. So both delegations are using the same off-game language because it's the language they know.
Okay.
And the rest is speaking Polish. So we will see how it works right now, and we hope that the next August we will be able to fill the numbers and run the game internationally for the English-speaking audience.
Awesome.
Yeah. What a great vision and a good service for the community to keep high quality LARPs available.
Yeah, and speaking about the community, I also think that you bring a lot for the people with the LARP Passport, and there is a lot of people who want to remember their LARPs other than their own memories, like they put something on paper. I know a lot of people who are like scribbling in their
Walls?
Or, yeah, in the world.
everyday diaries, but I know also people who run separate notebooks for LARPs, and this gives a lot of nice structure, and it looks so cool.
Yeah.
So
Thank you very, very much.
Where we were.
yeah, maybe we should also remind people about the campaign, right, Jennifer?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do this successfully.
Can
Like
you?
this?
Sometimes? Oh my God,
I'll
you did.
try. So, tell us more about it, Jen, so we can remind people what this is all about.
Well, I believe we have been doing that throughout this video, this live stream.
It was just a product placement. Now it's the real thing.
So I'm very proud of what we've put together as first time working together, also as a team. If you scroll down, you have already seen the beautiful video that we made, also through the efforts of the LARPer community, and we have a campaign that details, the story behind it and what it includes. Can you scroll down further? And I'll grab the one behind me. Yeah, and overall, our inspiration is indeed to bring the wonderful community together with ways to connect beyond also the LARPs, and to have a way to relive their cherished memories many years later. So if you would like to join the growing numbers of people passionate about our project, please do so. And we will be continuing also with a series of community storytelling events. Yeah, and hope to see you engage with us in the comments or give us ideas for what to do.
And spread the word.
Yes.
I think this is the most important.
There is there is stuff happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're a third of the way through our campaign, but there's still a lot more to go. But we are certain that it will go all as planned. Thank you again, Sovik, for joining us in this live stream.
I also wanted to say something that might be inspiring for the people who are watching. So after we shared the news about LARP Passport for the Polish community, one of the people from the community shared it on the LARP group on Facebook, and people in the comments are gathering themselves to make a group order. So they want to reach I don't know, 25 or how many you can have in a group. That might be interesting idea if you have some friends to chip in for an order, not only for you or for you and your significant other, that also LARPs if you have this, but also to share it with friends and maybe collect a group and have them order something all together. And also there was an interesting comment I want to share. Somebody say, "Oh, it's not very thick. It's like very thin. So probably I would need each year a new LARP passport." That might be also a way of using more than one. I don't know how many of them. I didn't count how many of the LARPs.
It's 15 entries.
Yeah.
I certainly don't play 15 LARPs a year, but I'm sure there are people that do. Yeah.
Yeah. So that might be also an idea why you need more than one.
Well, I wanted to share. It is specifically because of that. We have in the very beginning a Hall of Fame, which is the your top favorite LARPs, but there's a little section for the year that this is reviewed, because that may change, over yes, for your each entry and over the years. And indeed, the idea is that there is a log for you to just track the ones that you've been to, but these ones are for the ones that you really want to review, and if there's more, then you can have multiple volumes.
And what I really like are those features that are something else that only LARPs you can fill in, but LARP Bingo, for example, that's a really funny and interesting idea. The bucket list I also really like, and you can fill whatever you already have on your bucket list. So it's not only for structuring your own memories, but also a fun, real little booklet to play with on the other sections.
It was a good idea what you mentioned that is already being discussed in Poland, to gather a group of people and get a larger pack, because we do have a guild pack, which is 25 passports altogether at the lowest price you could probably ever get it in. And we also have a legacy pack that includes 30 passports and 30 stickers, but also an exclusive custom stamp that you can get. So if you gather a group of 30 people, you can very easily, have one of them get the legacy pack and even get a custom stamp to go with it. That would be cool.
So you can stamp your passports.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or
for
if you
that come to your events, for instance. Right? Yeah.
And that was
please continue.
That was also something that somebody asked, but where do the organizers have the stamp or sticker or something like that? And that might be also a good answer.
Yeah.
Well, stickers come with the thing with the passports as is already, but
no, but I mean the sticker for like that somebody was part of the LARP, right? So if I'm organizing, I don't know, a horror comedy LARP about geese.
I know somebody who would do that. I know directly the person who would organize.
And somebody is attending, like, can I give them, a sticker of a scary, funny goose
Totally.
or something?
We're talking about having a narrow niche. You're trying to.
Yes. I already thought the LARP Passport was niche enough, but
LARP Passport horror games with monster geese.
Instead of a niche, we found a geese.
Well, people would think about comedies with the geese or horrors with the geese, but horror comedy?
Huh. So we should continue doing the streams with special guests every time, because every time we will be getting a new idea, and
Yes,
then
or narrowing the niche further and further.
or adding unexpected add-ons, or other things that could be materialize after the stream.
Yeah. And if I can also ask a question. How do you plan to take over the world with this idea? How do you want it to continue after? Because I am keeping my fingers crossed, and I hope the campaign will be successful. What's next?
Actually, I think depending on the results of this campaign, that informs very much the answer to your question. But I can share a little bit, because before we decided to do this campaign, I shared with the team, this people that were that are here, that I wanted to pitch to retail shops around the world where LARPers buy their gears and their accessories from, because it makes sense, right, that they would find the LARP Passport there in the pre-organic way. And we actually had some success in doing that. And mostly, although in shops in North America, we have some large retail brands that are carrying the LARP Passport. But we weren't sure how it would work. Like, there was no direct to buy sales point in Europe, or we didn't have a direct way to sell to friends that were like, okay, can I just buy one? And it would mean us running our own shop to make that possible. But of course, that's a big decision. And to make such a decision, I think it would be nice to see if there is demand, and how people like it, and maybe there's feedback, because this is a very refined, first edition. But who knows? Maybe there's more from the community feedback, or what they want, or bundles. And originally we wanted, the passport cover, and it's in front of me. I have so many different versions of what we tested with, but each of these things are adding to production cost and to So within the world of possibility, we want to find, okay, based on stats, right? What do people want? And
Nice.
so let's see after this campaign where it
Nice.
leads.
I cannot wait. I keep my fingers crossed. I think it's really beautiful and really unique, and I really love the design and the value of production. And I really am fond of people doing nice things. I think we should have more nice things, and this is one of the nicest things I got recently. So I really hope. And we, as LARP Venture, we are going to PerCon. If somebody from Poland is listening, and we hope to have a batch of LARP passports with us at PerCon. Manu and Jen promised to make it possible. So we hope that you can also touch it, because when I was coming to Polish LARP conference with this preview, let's say, and other meetings with people were, like, that's
Right.
nice.
I was surprised. I'm part of the team, and I was surprised.
Little thing and the details on it. So I really think that, like, having it in your hand is even more compelling to people. So I really hope. And I really hope for other people to come with those creative ideas, because I think LARPers communities are really creative, and people have lots of ideas, and most of them are sitting on those ideas and never share it with the world. That's why your approach, when, okay, we have this big idea, let's try to draw it on the paper with the pencil, and then let's print the first version, and then let's tweak something, let's add the page and things like that. This is how the world is operating right now. And you don't have to, start from a big company, building your own warehouse and shop brick by brick. You can do campaigns like that and test the waters. So I really feel like it's a perfect way, and I hope LARPers around the world will know about it, because I think we like nice things as LARPers, and those can actually be also used in game. Maybe you can also design a LARP that it will be a prop for.
Oh, see,
Whoa,
there's
there is the idea. Ha. But yeah, to continue on the praise, I wanted to say this. If there is one thing that I can really praise Jen for, is that she really gets to action. Like whenever I've worked with Jen, there is always yeah, let's do things, and we do things. It's a guarantee. When you have this person on your team, it's a guarantee that things will happen. And look what happened. Like you mentioned, it's so great to touch, because I was surprised. I mentioned it also in the previous stream, because I had an earlier version, and Jennifer sent me a latest. What was it? I think that's the production ready version, right? That I have now. So she sent me this for the stream, and when I opened it and I touched it, I'm like, oh my god, this is different. This is new. This is so cool to touch. This it's sustainable vegan leather that we have now on the covers from, and it's so good. It's so good. So yeah, it's worth it.
You also should like put that into the open, that it's sustainable and vegan, because a lot of people would also find it attractive.
Yeah, thank you for your kind words, both of you. I would love, with your permission, to actually include LARP Venture in our ambassador list.
Please do.
And
there you go. It's growing.
Yes, it's very much a community project, so it would make sense to also share more about the people that are fans and ambassadors.
Yeah, please do. It will be an honor.
Amazing.
And if I can also continue the praise train, but turning it a bit towards you again, thank you for inducting us three specifically into LARPing in the LARP Alchemy trainings, and more personally for, like, I don't know, igniting my passion about training in general and pursuing that. So thank you very, very much. And thank you.
I hope LARP Alchemy will be back after a short break. I can't wait.
It will be. But let's finish the stream by sharing this, because I really wanted to share this while you're here, because you are basically the introduction to LARP for me. And to Jennifer. My very first LARP was during a training called LARP Alchemy, organized by our friends at the Nausicaa Foundation. And the very first, you were a trainer there, and you will be in the future, I guess, if it happens again. The very first LARP I ever played, my introduction to LARP was the one that you designed. That memory blank. What's the name? Nightclub. Yes, that's the award-winning nightclub. That was the very first LARP I ever played in my life. And now, I can say that I'm a LARPer. I can be thankful to.
Do you have it in your LARP passport already?
Of course I do. Please. And we should. I'll share a link to the LARP Alchemy in the chat of YouTube, so people can go visit it as well, because it's a wonderful thing. And on the page you can see a lot of good things. I opened it today to prepare for the sharing, and I noticed something additional. They added the LARP Passport.
Oh.
So yay! If you go there, you will see an honorable mention by our good friends at Nausicaa and the LARP Alchemy. You will see a note on the LARP Passport.
Yep.
You can get it from there. Jennifer, do you want to close us up with your introduction to LARPing, because it's similar?
Yes, I think what you shared, I think that was for maybe all three of us, the first LARP, or I remember, quite a few LARPs that I think Slavika facilitated. I feel like your nickname should be LARP Daddy.
Yeah,
that's
waiting for the new T-shirt.
Oh, it's coming! It's coming.
I think while we were approaching a little after an hour, and we've already shared a lot of wholesome appreciation, and I feel complete.
I believe we are ending the stream, but is it possible for us to stay a moment longer?
Yes.
It will be delightful.
Perfect.
Yes, it is. So let me share once again the in the chat the LARP the link to the biker kit, so everybody can click on it and go and get your passport now before the campaign ends. You'll never get it at this price ever again. So
How many days left?
Just what is it? 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What is it? It ends on the 15th of June. The campaign.
Yeah.
Nice. So still some time.
Yes. Shall we make a announcement for our next week's live stream?
I think we should. People would be expecting that. There's at least one person watching right now.
Yes, this is turning into a series.
Usually we have more people watching it after it's streamed. So
the joys of modernity. However, yes, next stream we will be hosting Chris from the Roamers from Spain, which is really great because a lot of the Spanish LARP community is primarily and only completely, I think, Spanish speaking. Not a lot of English speakers there, so it's really lovely to have a different perspective from this different bubble. And I've had great talks with her in the past about this very topic. And yeah, excited to see how it will go next week.
Yes, tune in next week.
Tune in next week. And we will continue with this live streams as part of the campaign. Let me find a closing video to close with. I'm disconnected from the world. Yeah, this is it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next week.
Yes.
Bye-bye.